What is up, everybody? This is Mark with the Mic. This is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Inc. I'm Mark the Mic. I'm joined by Lou Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And we got a lot of wrestling, a lot of good wrestling this week. I'm actually pretty happy with what I've watched this week.
I can say pretty much the exact same thing. Also, not for nothing, we got some stuff that people might consider classics. You got Cool Kyle versus Kushida,
Yeah.
and then the revelation of Roddy's new faction. Okay.
Yeah.
You got Jungle Boy Omega, which was a very good match. You got Xavier Woods and Bobby Lashley in the Hell in the Cell.
Xavier's showing he's main event Xavier.
Just saying though. But we got some good stuff this week.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So I'm actually really happy. And then we also got a decent Hell in the Cell. We got a lot of good stuff. So we'll get right into our Hell in the Cell review.
Mm-hmm.
We had a kickoff match, which I actually do not like. I'm having a lot of issues with Peacock when it comes to these shows because I remember when the kickoff matches used to be separate. I think I talked about this a couple weeks ago, and it's not separate anymore. You gotta kind of wait until they fully put it out with the pay-per-view in order to watch the kickoff.
Okay. So if you don't catch it live,
I just catch it on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
So Natalya defeats Mandy Rose in a kickoff match. It was actually a solid match, and it was actually a good storytelling match of them wanting the tag titles.
I definitely thought it was a very good match. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the stuff I want to see on Mondays, though. You know what I'm saying? But seeing how as we don't get that, getting it on a pay-per-view, I thought it was good.
Yep.
I give it a 4. I just wish it was on the main show.
Yeah, I'll agree. That was a really good match. I was very happy with that. Then we kick off Hell in a Cell with SmackDown Women's Championship. Bianca Belair defeats Bayley in Hell in a Cell.
You know what? They went at it. I'll just give them credit for that.
Yeah.
I somehow I don't want to compare it to Bayley's previous match, but hey, I did happen to like the Sasha one better. I don't know, something just, even though she got her ass beat, and also she got the kendo stick part correct this time, I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I felt the intensity in the other one more.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's not to say this was bad.
Yeah. This was a good match. It was a good match, and as it is, but did I feel like it needed to be in a Hell in a Cell the way they structured it? Not really. It could have just been a hardcore match and still delivered the same thing. They didn't really utilize the cage in many ways that you think they would, but other than that, I did enjoy the match.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give this a 4.
I'll give it a 3.75.
Okay. Seth Rollins defeats Cesaro.
This is one of my matches of the night. They went all in. This is how you do it. If you're just gonna have a regular ass match, I think the two regular ass men's matches on here, I think are the best matches of the night.
Yeah, I agree.
And this is one of them. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this.
Seth got the win.
Yeah, Seth got the win.
I said
roll up.
I said he's gonna get him. So.
Roll up. We got 2 roll-ups in this pay-per-view.
Unfortunate, but yes.
Yeah, it was a really good match. Cesaro, they delivered. Really hard-hitting, and it actually felt like it was a rivalry. It was not just a regular. It didn't go right into a regular wrestling match.
Mm-hmm.
I went into it with a uppercut.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna give this a 4.5.
I'm gonna give this one a 4.5 as well. I thought it was really good.
Alexa Bliss defeats Shayna Baszler.
This was actually better than I thought it would be.
I enjoyed it.
It wasn't the best thing, but I actually did like what I saw. So it was all right.
So I'm gonna go more into what the whole thing with Alexa Bliss thing. On the Monday Night when we talk about Monday Night Raw. I don't mind if she has powers, but the thing is, the way they're using her powers is something you cannot see. It's just I must slap them.
I get that.
I think it affects the visual of it. Honestly, if there was a visual of her mind controlling or her using something to mind control, it'll make more sense. But the fact that she just like looks at you and like winks, and fucking you slap someone, that you have to at least build that upon that. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's just like it requires you to use your imagination. It's like
Yeah, you're supposed
that's
to tell
not
me the
the
story.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But that aside, the stuff I did like though, again, is her character work of when she's getting beat up, how she was just laughing,
Yeah, I enjoyed
and
that.
you could just hear her laughing and
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm like, that's the stuff I like about the character that she's doing is reacting in different ways and
Yeah.
whatnot. But yeah,
And I liked it more on Raw, because she got a new theme, new style, and everything like that, and just her reactions to other things was really selling me on the character. So I was fine with that, and we'll talk about it more on Raw. But this match was solid. I'll give it a 3.75. No, 3.5.
I give 3.5.
It did its
Yeah,
job.
you had to take some little leaps and bounds in that match. So.
Yeah. Next match is Sami Zayn defeats Kevin Owens. This was my match of the night. I think this was one of the hardest hitting matches without having a cage around it. And again, when you have Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, you know for a fact it's gonna be a hard hitting match because they just beat the shit out of each other. That's what they do.
That's true.
I'm gonna give this one a 5. Like I really enjoyed this match.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 5 as well. Like I know you called it.
Yeah.
You just said it. They gonna steal it, and they did.
Yeah, like I you can't put them not together and not steal the show. Like that's just gonna happen. It's like the Usos and New Day. When you see them together, they know that they're gonna steal the show.
That's true.
We got Charlotte Flair defeats Raw Women's Champion Rhea Ripley by DQ. I did not like the ending because it kind of So I knew Rhea Ripley was not a full babyface, and people were, oh, is she babyface? No, she never declared. She never showed that she was a babyface. She just doesn't like Charlotte Flair.
This is true. So people like her because she doesn't like Charlotte.
Yeah. So it made sense of how she dealt with it because she was always considered kind of a heel because look how she reacted to Asuka. She was never teaming up with Asuka or agreed to team up with Asuka. She always fucked her over if she had a chance.
That's true.
So Rhea Ripley was never considered a babyface, and if you say so, you were not paying attention to the story that they were telling. She was never a babyface. She just does not like Charlotte Flair.
To be fair, that automated crowd noise, it doesn't help either.
Yeah, that's true. But that's true. So hopefully when the crowd comes back, it'll be different.
That's true.
But Rhea gets boos though on that automatic crowd noise.
Scott Steiner, he doesn't agree. He's pissed off.
But as the match itself, it was very physical. It was a decent match. A lot of little hiccups here and there with the Phantom kick and all, but other than that, it was alright.
But again, it was still a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
I never expect anything less from like those two in a match because they've gotten to that point where you can just count on them to have good matches.
Yeah,
it's just who may or may not win when Charlotte is involved. That's the actual problem.
Yeah, and then also the repetitiveness of this rivalry. That's what kind of like puts points down with it too.
Yeah, it's not as compelling.
No,
right? It just isn't.
No, because I'm already expecting Charlotte to take the title, and then just like, I'm just prolonging it so she could take it another day.
Yeah, and I think the drawback for me is the end of the match, though.
Yeah.
It's just because not only did she hit the nail on the head when she said later on that Charlotte's used the table and blah, blah, blah. That's true. But also, just like, when did the table become a weapon?
Yeah.
Like, Randy be killing people.
Yeah.
What?
It's a regular move.
He does it like 3 times in a match sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
as a regular move, a regular ass move. He it's part of his repertoire.
Yeah, he'll take you out there to do it. But my thing is, when it comes to the ref's decisions, they've seen him do that. They've been in the ring because we understand the rotation of people. It's not that many of them, you know.
Yeah.
It's just how's that you decide today? No, you. So that
Yeah,
makes me go.
yeah,
That makes me go. I don't like the inconsistency on their part.
yeah,
Like,
and that brings the points down too. So I'm gonna give it. This is probably the lowest score on the pay per view. I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
I just still give it 3.5. I wasn't pissed off at the match.
The match was good, but yo, you got to be continuity with what you're doing with the ref work and everything. I'm gonna add that to bringing points down as well. Like again, we've watched wrestling. I'll say for the last 10 years, and there was never a DQ off of a table hit.
I'm pretty sure there wasn't. It's
Yeah,
just like that's a thing in that company.
like
Just, hey, you can do that.
a table hit on the announcer's table. Because if you take out a table and use it, then you get DQ'd.
Yeah,
But
that's
if on the
different.
announcer table, the fact that it is part of the the area, yeah, you can get away with that.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
all these years, you was able to get away with that. You see some crazy shit on those tables, and still a match still goes on.
That's true.
So, and it's just saying, be more consistent. And WWE champion Bobby Lashley defeats Drew McIntyre in Hell in a Cell.
This one was actually more physical than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
So,
I say this
props
was the
for that.
better match of theirs.
But yeah, because they definitely used the K's and then some, and then they had the outside interference, which was it made sense.
Yeah,
I like the part where at the end where MVP gets locked in.
Yeah.
He's about to walk out, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I done messed up." So it had the entire match had layers to it, so that's why I like it a lot.
yeah.
And I'm gonna give it a 4.25.
I'll give it a 4. It was a solid match. Again, like, I think the repetitiveness of this rivalry, it kind of went a little too long, so I kind of wind down on their rivalry. But this match lifted back up. I think it did a good job in just showing the physicality of their rivalry. Just like, I hate you now, I want to kill you, and they try to kill each other in the cage. I will say clearly, the Xavier Woods and Lashley match was a better match.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was on Monday Night Raw.
Unfortunate.
so-
he needs a bigger spotlight.
Yeah, but I'll give it a 4. Overall, Hell in a Cell, I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a 4.
Yeah, solid pay per view. Short, simple, sweet. I'm fine with the not making them longer than they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was a tag title match in between. I wish there was maybe the IC title could have been defended or something like that.
The one thing I hope this is, because it's transitioning to back to the fans and whatnot. I hope with the new areas and sets they go to, that they just look different,
Yeah,
because that's kind of the only drawback of the pay-per-views being on the Thunderdome, is just the fact that it looks like the same show.
yeah, I agree. At least the NXT, like, you get the in your house little sets here and there, even in their little quarters that they wrestle.
Or
in.
even with the wheel, they built a different set.
Yeah,
And then with the Halloween,
yeah,
it had a different, like a big, like it's not in the same areas.
Yeah.
So it'll be on one side of the arena, then the other part will be up on the where Shotzi was standing
Yeah.
on the right side, which is completely different. Like I like that,
yeah,
and that's the difference. And it's small.
yeah,
It doesn't have to be huge, but the Thunderdome thing is just like it feels like you're watching the same show if it's a pay-per-view 3 days a week.
yeah. Because it doesn't really change much. Don't even change the set or anything.
Especially this past week, because the cell was there 3 days.
I know it was just the fact that they. I feel like they forgot, the delivery guy forgot to pick it up, and they're just like, "Fuck, we stuck with this. Might as well use it."
Yeah.
More the reason why is the fact that USA was mad that Fox got a Hell in a Cell, and like, we want one too, motherfucker.
I'm sure they paid a little
Yeah.
extra for that.
Going into the news, before we go into the weekend wrestling, we got more releases of NXT talent through WWE. One really hurt was Tyler Breeze, like, and Fandango. Breezango was like one of our favorite tag teams on this podcast. So, It was really sad to hear that they got let go, especially Tyler Breeze because he has such a big hand in Up Up Down Down, and I just always liked his character. So and always was a cool guy. Like we met him in Evolve a couple years ago, so it was really cool. I was sad that.
I agree that it's sad to hear them get released. It's just the suddenness of it is the thing that's like they gotta do better by these people. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I say. It's like I get that okay, there's restructuring, things go on, but Everrise had a match, and then like the next day, you know what I'm saying? They released Damo. Well, I'm just like, come on, bruh, what's going on? It's a lot of people who are still actively being on the screens, and it's just like, dude, where's the grace period? Like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
even Tyler Breeze Fandango, they just won their match.
It's fun. Yeah, that's true. But it's just like funky. Like I don't like that aspect of it the most. Seems disrespectful.
I don't know exactly what they're doing, as in their plans and why they're releasing so many people and everything like that. Again, I'm not in the business side of things of what WWE is doing, but some of them just don't make sense. And honestly, you just killed 205 Live because 205, they got like 4 people now.
I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's
like
done.
They're gonna end 205.
And then, again, they were doing the NXT Evolve show, so hopefully that will link into the rest of the guys being in there. But I understand having to cut the roster, but some of the guys, especially some of them that didn't even get a chance to really get done, and they had talent too. But here's the list of guys that got let go. You got Tyler Breeze, Fandango, Chase Parker, Matt Martell, Everrise, Austin Gray, Ayari Davari, Tony Nese, Mir Sharif, the Singh brothers, Kurt Stallion, Areto Rodas, and Killian Dane. Tino Sammartino, whatever his name is, he was another one too. I didn't even know he was still worked at WWE, so I was surprised with that.
Also, the other one, Ruiz. That's the other one. We were just talking about him.
Yeah, he was good, and he was really good. It just they showed him. I think it was between 205 Live and the Raw Underground. Those are all the releases that happened.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm a little sad again. The one that hurts the most is Tyler Breeze. I was always a big fan of Tyler Breeze, even when he started the character in NXT. I was always a big fan of his, so that one hurt the most. But hopefully they all do well outside. And honestly, I know Tyler Breeze is going to be killing it, because honestly, anyone could use him right now.
And if he just didn't want to concentrate on it, he's already got good stuff going on. You know what I mean? He'll be fine.
Yeah. Follow Sweets. The Sweets are going to be back on Twitching games and stuff like that, so Tyler Breeze will be part of that. So the Sweets on Twitch and Twitter. Definitely check that out. That's him and Sean Spears and Baron Corbin, but you ain't going to see really Baron Corbin on it, so it's going to mainly be Spears and Breeze right now. They're also planning to put their wrestling school matches on there, so definitely check those out. You can see Peyton Royce and Billy Kay on those too.
Nice.
And shout outs to Billy Kay and Peyton Royce on their podcast, Off the Chop.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yep. But yeah, for what I know, Breeze is still gonna be part of Up Up Down Down. That was one of the big things that Xavier made sure of, because also the other girl, the guy like the MMA fighter, she's still part of it, Up Up Down Down as well.
Who talking about? Marina Shafir?
No, the other one.
Oh, Justin. Oh, Justin. Yeah.
Yeah, she's still part of it. Like I saw her last week on it. She's part of the No Mercy tournament.
Well, I mean, she kind of lives with like.
Exactly, but at least they're part of it. Like she's still part of it, even though she got let go. So.
I don't even know if you could ban somebody from playing video games.
But if a WWE owns the YouTube rights, they can fucking do whatever the fuck they want.
I guess.
Anyway, I'm just happy Breeze will be part of it still, because Breeze and Xavier have like most of the shows together.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking I was about to say, what's up with the Uno then? God damn it, y'all fucked it up. I like the Uno.
I like the whole channel, so we'll see.
Yes, we'll see. But we'll wish for the best for all these guys and support their stuff. Pro Wrestling Tees, most likely they all on there. So if you want to help the guys out, find your favorite one and buy their T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping to see Tyler Breeze in Queens or in Long Island. If he does a signing, I'll definitely go.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. All right, let's get into this week of wrestling. Oh, and shout outs to Big E for shouting out Breeze on his promo.
When? I don't know what he said.
After he won his match for the qualifying Money in the Bank, he was like, "Oh yeah, Money in the Bank is gonna be a Breeze." I love that Breeze.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's kick off Monday Night Raw. We got the New Day crashing Bobby Lashley's championship toast. Kofi Kingston pretty much challenged him for the world title at Money in the Bank, but he wants to fight Xavier, so Xavier challenged him to Hell in a Cell because Xavier don't value his life.
I mean, you're not wrong. So
I enjoyed this whole segment. Kofi and New Day. Kofi and Xavier are great on the mic. I think they're some of the better ones on the mic on Raw. Because lately, Drew McIntyre just goes around a ramble, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, somebody writing something from him. And I don't know what's going on.
But Xavier and Kofi are probably your two best mics on Monday Night Raw. So continue using them as this, because this is what I want to see.
True that.
Good stuff. So we got a Hell in a Cell match later on. Lashley versus Woods in Lashley's second Hell in a Cell in 1 week. Then we got some of the Money in the Bank qualifying matches. Ricochet defeats AJ Styles in a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
With the help of the Viking Raiders, sent almost flying through the barricades and shit, which was hilarious because it looked like two midgets spearing someone's leg.
I mean, he towers over them.
It looked funny. I didn't understand why the women's are all tag team matches though.
I think the women in general, they didn't have any matches that made sense.
Yeah.
These tag matches didn't make sense, and then on Friday they didn't even have them.
Yeah. So
technically,
Raw.
only one person did, and that was Liv Morgan.
Yeah, Money in the Bank qualifying match. They did them all in tag teams in Raw. So Asuka and Naomi defeats Maria and Doudrop.
I don't understand. This is that poor girl.
Yeah, but I don't know what they're gonna do with it because she kind of betrayed Eva and cost her the match. So there's probably gonna be something more to that, and maybe have a different name when she comes back on Raw.
I can't believe shame on Corey Graves.
Yeah,
I think he needs to be slapped in the face multiple times because I believe he has called matches with that woman.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, shame on you.
Yeah. But Asuka and Naomi win. They both qualify for Money in the Bank.
Very lazy. The match wasn't lazy, but this whole tag team thing for no reason, that was very lazy.
Yeah, even when she was in the ring, didn't look bad.
I wasn't focused on it. I was kind of tuned out.
Then we got John Morrison defeating Randy Orton in Money in the Bank qualifying match with the help of Miz squirting the Viper with the dripstick. And then Riddle runs in with the scooter chasing him around.
The slowest chase. That's why it was 40.
Yeah. Because he could have just got up and ran after him, but no, he decided to just go after him with the scooter. And knowing that you're driving
for the mist to round corners. That's why it was funny.
It was funny. Really good match, though. Really competitive match. Again, Randy Orton suplexes him on the table. No DQ there. We got a winner in John Morrison. So John Morrison and Ricochet are right now qualified for Money in the Bank.
So now we know the Money in the Bank is going to have something crazy right off the bat.
Yeah, you got Prince Puma and Johnny Mundo part of the Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeat Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. So,
I mean, listen. Remember when we said we wanted to see Nikki Cross on our television screens?
Yeah.
I didn't exactly know I wanted her to be an X-Man, but whatever, I'll take it.
She looked like Kitty Pryde.
She's making somebody feel good. I see all the art from the kids.
You know?
I also remember that that's a real thing.
Yeah.
That is not just for the adults.
So,
And there was like zero children's element for what's going on this
yeah.
show. But that's here nor there.
So,
But as far as she's concerned,
yeah.
it doesn't bother me.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm fine with the superhero gimmick. Her enthusiasm with it and just how she was acting, how happy she was. This was actually her idea that's being played out. This is the thing she pitched. She put it together and things like that. So this is all Nikki Cross. It fits her theme finally. So her theme kind of fits her now. And then she got the blessing from Hurricane. So if they do this, and this is something I brought up to you on our little chat and shit like that, is like, yo, what if like Hurricane is like the Earth One Superman, just like an older version of the Hurricane with the white hair and shit, and he mentors her.
I mean, that'd be great because when the fans come back, at least we'll be able to have a reaction for the Hurricane.
Yeah,
Because, that manufactured sound,
yeah,
it just ain't going to do it.
yeah. So
For the
I think
feeling.
the fans are gonna dig Nikki Cross in this, and I'm 100% behind it. I loved Alexa Bliss's new theme. I loved her new little entrance going on too. I think that's something else that's spot on. But the other thing I liked was her reaction to Nikki Cross as the superhero. Because she was laughing the whole time, and she was like going in, like playing with the cape and stuff. You see Alexa Bliss in the corner just laughing her ass off.
So it's just, maybe this is how she'll be her friend.
Yeah, and then honestly, they didn't miss a step as a tag team either.
That's true.
So it worked in the way. I wish there was more interaction between them two. There was a pass, like anger there. They could have did that easily, but I was fine. I was fine in the match. The match was pretty decent. I actually liked it. Nikki Cross as the superhero thing, so I'm all for it. Just go full on, and honestly, Hurricane as Earth One Superman with the white hair and shit. All for that. Just saying.
Yes, sir.
But I liked the match. It was good.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. It was a good match.
Yeah, and then Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross both qualify for Money in the Bank.
Again, it makes no sense, but whatever.
Yeah. Riddle defeats Drew McIntyre for his Money in the Bank match. This match I think was one of the matches of the night, along with the Hell in a Cell match. This was a brutal match. I would like to see Drew McIntyre and Riddle go at it again. I could see that as a pay-per-view match. That shit was really good.
I just happen to think that Drew McIntyre, his rants and everything, I think he's lost his mind.
Yeah.
He's just running on autopilot. He's just stuck in battle mode now. So he's at home with his wife and family, still walking with a kilt and a sword in the living room and stuff. Like, I say that only because just the night before you saw the picture of his bag he got.
Yeah.
Toe up.
Yeah.
So kudos to Drew McIntyre. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And I have a feeling he's gonna line up going to SmackDown after when the draft hits.
I mean, I don't mind it, but if you trying to say that that's gonna put him in the mix with Roman Reigns and potentially Edge, I don't know. So I don't know if I want that.
Okay. I don't know. I wouldn't mind to see him getting a second shot at Roman Reigns. Because that match was a hell of a match.
Yeah, I just shot. It's all right. It's good.
Yeah, you're the secondary champ. You the champ that did do shit when I'm not there.
Meanwhile, he's the one fighting all the craziest villains.
Yep. What else we got? Main event was Bobby Lashley, Xavier Woods, and Hell in a Cell match. This was actually I like this match better than the Drew and Bobby Lashley match. I think Xavier had more offense than I thought he would have in the show match. So that's what made this more surprising than anything.
Yeah, but it was also a a beat down. It was a fight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just he just gonna be in here for 5 minutes and it's good.
Yeah.
No, you got it. They like you said, Xavier Gillis got his offense in, but again, Bobby Lashley was
And then
beating the
also
hell out of him.
led into a big story with Kofi, them locking him in the hell cell with him, and them beating Xavier asses down right in front of Kofi's face. So there's more story to it. This is what leads me into thinking of the New Day heist that I was telling you about for Money in the Bank. As in, when we go to SmackDown, Big E won his qualifier.
This is true.
I'm just saying, the New Day is the only team I could see unselfishly trying to get the world title on Big E. I could see Kofi.
Think about it. It's just it makes a lot of sense anyway where we are at.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to just try to replicate the magic of Kofi Mania.
Yeah.
But you have the New Day in this position where they're involved in the main event scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not Big E?
I will this is my little thing that I will do. All right, seeing that Xavier might be put out of TV for a couple of weeks, let him stay out to Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Have the men's Money in the Bank kick off the show. Have Xavier help Big E win the Money in the Bank. Then you have Kofi versus Bobby Lashley. And towards the have them have a full length match, have them go all full and everything like that, and just have Kofi uncharacteristically whack him with a chair. Get DQ'd. Start beating Bobby Lashley asses down, and then you hear Big E's music hit. I'm all for that, especially with a crowd. I'm all for that.
True enough.
That's
it wouldn't even have to be that type of. I mean, what? So, but where do you want them to go? Because if Kofi's doing stuff like that, where's their
they could go heel.
morality going to be at?
They could go heel. I'm for that. I don't think they're going to be able to go heel because the New Day is the only team that could get away with that.
True.
Because they will do shit like that no matter what. So it's one of those things that they could be baby faces still, and it's just they stole the titles from Bobby Lashley. That was their revenge on Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
They fucked with Xavier. There you go. You got the big brother coming in and took your title.
That's true.
And then
have you ever had a Bobby Lashley Big E match?
No.
Okay.
So I'm all for that. I am all for that. I think it would be
I just wouldn't mind it if that was the end result of the match in general.
Yeah.
Like without even the Kofi stuff, if Kofi just loses the match,
yeah,
then Big E just cashes in the same night.
Yeah.
If it's not, again, if the men's Money in the Bank is not like the last match.
Yeah. So it has to be the first or middle match. It has to be before the Bobby Lashley match.
Yes, basically.
So it kind of opened up the show.
Which is that a tradition? Because we know the other ones they weren't, because the rooftop ones they weren't.
That was the main event, yeah. But then again, it's different. It's a different.
That was last.
Yeah.
There was murder last year.
Yeah.
There
was murder. There was roof throwings and all, and then both Money in the Banks were together.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind seeing something like that again. As a hell of a thing, because I actually really enjoyed that. I thought that Money in the Bank was hilarious.
I thought that was one of the best ones they ever did.
Yeah. So this is going to be going back into a crowd being there for Money in the Bank. So you're going to have the cheers and things like that. And I think you have certain people that are just going to get the roof will blow off if they win. So Big E is one of them. Mm-hmm. Maybe if Cesaro's in the match, he's another. So let's see. Let's see how the crowd reacts and see how that crowd's going to be. Because if Big E wins, that would be crazy.
Now, here's the thing you don't want to see, though. What you don't want to see is Xavier gone. Bobby Lashley loses to Kofi.
Yeah.
And Big E cashes in.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want to see.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Because how crazy would it be if Big E took the belt from Kofi Kingston? I'm just saying.
Yeah, that'd be crazy too. That'd be crazy, but again, I don't see them taking away the New Day though.
I don't. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a way.
Yeah.
If you go and listen, you could even not break up the New Day. They could just be together.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, how crazy would it be? Yeah, but I'm just saying, how crazy would it be? He just is like, he just pins him.
Yeah.
Just, well, all right. Okay.
But there's a lot of things they could do with that, and it's going to be interesting if they could get it going.
Well, let's get there. Let's see where we go.
Yeah, Money in the Bank, we'll get into SmackDown later on. But yeah, Big E won his qualifier, so that's the one thing I could say. Monday Night Raw, I'll give a B+.
I'll give it a B. It was a solid.
It's the highest rating I gave it in the last 6 months. That just shows you something. Like, yeah, if you give me quality matches and decent story, I'm fine with that. You don't have to give me a great story, but at least you give me something that it could lead into the next week. I'm all fine with that.
True.
NXT, on the other hand, just kills it every fucking week.
And they know how.
Yep. So, NXT kicks off with Adam Cole pretty much having to pick his challenger, and this dude, Carmelo Hayes, comes out and gives Cole a hell of a match.
Yes, sir. That was a very, very good match.
Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan confront Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory. It looks like they're going to have a tag match next week.
We forgot to talk about Johnny's promo in the beginning.
Oh, that was great.
It was him and Austin Theory are the best. They're hilarious, but that's the theme throughout the entire show was Johnny trying to be nice.
Yeah.
And then he ends up getting in this match because he was still being nice, but being a pain in the ass. I love it.
Yeah. So. Io Shirai and Zoe Starks defeat Robert Stone Brand.
I'm not mad, but I'm actually kind of interested in the storyline going on with Frankie Monet and Robert Stone Brand. Yeah. What are they gonna do? Gonna steal? Is she gonna steal his girls?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
And
that jacket he had on. Why he had an extra layer of protection for his brassiere, but he didn't have a bra on? Like what?
I don't know.
It was backwards.
Wearing a women's jacket.
How you strap your double-breasted jacket clothes? What?
Yeah.
All right.
And then you had the women's tag team brawl right after the match with Shotzi Blackheart, Ember Moon, Raquel Gonzalez, Dakota Kai. They all come in and fighting each other.
I kind of like how some of them match up color-wise.
Yeah.
It's like you hit the button and they all light up the same color like NBA Jam.
They all like bright shit on, like Ember. You have Shanti's hair, Ember's pants,
yeah.
Dakota's hair and shoe. Yeah, that's true. The only one is in all black is Gonzalez.
But she got that gold, baby.
There you go. Her belt. Yeah, because she wrestled everything. She did everything with the belt on. There you go.
Not many people can do that.
No, that's a hard thing to do. The Way defeat Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan was a really good match, and then Killian Cross hits Johnny Gargano from the back. Asshole.
Because he's mad. Talk all that crap.
He deserves it. I don't want to get into the main event shit because I feel bad how generic they made him look in that fucking main event debut.
You said main event. Oh, the show. Oh,
yeah.
You said main event.
Him and Bronson Reed wrestled the main event.
Oh, okay. Is that actually up now? Because I couldn't see it.
Yeah, it's up. It should be on Hulu.
Okay.
Or Peacock. Yeah, it airs Wednesdays. But because he had no Scarlet. 2, he had like the most generic version of this theme song.
Oh no! Yeah. They're gonna pull an Aleister Black on him.
I have a feeling he's gonna be working with Scarlet on the main roster. I just think they just used him as just a test and just see how he works on TV.
Yeah, but if you're gonna test that, you gotta test all of that.
Yeah, because I don't see McMahon don't watch NXT. Sadly, he just doesn't. So he has to be on their roster in order for him to see them.
Well, somebody need to paint that picture for him.
Yeah.
You can't. Nah, no, thank you.
Yeah. Frankie Monet defeats Elektra Lopez This chick's like third time in NXT and with a third name.
Oh, really? Okay, I did not know.
She was something Rivera.
Okay.
She jobbed to quite a few chicks. I think she jobbed to Asuka. She did job like 3 times on NXT.
Damn,
She
that's a
just
long
returned.
time.
Yeah,
She said Oscar.
Yeah, she just returned. Yeah, with a new name. This is like a be her third name.
Okay. Well, congratulations. She
Hit
got
Row-
beat up by
yeah.
Frankie Monet.
Yep.
Damn, that was
Solid
a hell of a
match.
beatdown. That's all I'm
Yep,
saying.
Hit Row defeats Ever Rise in their final match, sadly.
Yeah, unfortunate. I saw the video they made on their YouTube channel, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
So they're still got stuff going on. So
Yeah.
I hope
Follow
to
their-
see them wherever they do go.
Yeah. Follow their YouTube
I saw the
channel.
invitation from the machine gun.
Yeah.
The machine gun.
Yeah. Some definitely follow their stuff on YouTube. We'll put the link on the podcast. All the guys that got released, we try to find their links and put them on the podcast. Follow their stuff. But yeah, Hit Row. I have a little issues with the big dude in Hit Row. He's very clumsy,
Oh, okay.
and he needs to be careful with how he drops people because he'd be dropping them on their sides and on ways that they should not be dropped. So that has to be looked at. That has to be tweaked because he could hurt somebody.
Gotcha.
Other than that, it was all right. And then our main event was Kyle O'Reilly defeats NXT Cruiserweight Champ Kushida in a non-title match, and then got attacked by the Diamond Mind.
So we'll see what happens, right? Isn't it when you beat the champ, you become the number one contender again?
Yeah, but he didn't want the title.
Oh, gotcha.
He just wanted to fight because they both had to pick up a challenger, and he wanted one of his favorite challenges, which was Kushida. So he didn't want the title, and he said it clearly in the beginning. He don't want the title. He wants to fight him. That's it.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but Roderick Strong wants the title.
And he just wants to hurt people.
That was cool, and I like the team. I think they look good. I like Malcolm. He thinks he's gonna be a good manager. He's gonna be kind of crazy. I think he's not gonna be as comical as he was before, so this is gonna be interesting.
We got Mr. Russ there too. So
Yep.
I don't know who's the other guy.
He's this Japanese dude. He came from Pro Wrestling Nova. I forgot his name.
Okay.
So he has Japanese wrestling background. So he is strong style.
And I know Cole was there too. So everything's blowing up.
Yep.
I heard After the Bell this week with Adam Cole. So
I haven't listened. I gotta catch up with After the Bell. I haven't listened to the last like 3.
They've been pretty good, man.
Yeah, I've just been swamped with everything else.
Pretty big people too. AJ got Cole.
I listened to
Cross,
AJ's.
like, yeah.
I listened to AJ's.
Okay.
So, yep, NXT A+.
I agree. Definitely.
I say S a little bit just because that Kushida and O'Reilly match for a TV match was fucking fantastic.
That's what I'm saying. Pay-per-view caliber right there.
Yeah, and you know what I give it credit is the fact that the breaks didn't affect the match.
Okay.
They did the rest holds and shit like perfect timing, and it didn't like when a match feels great and it still feels great once it comes back to commercial break. That's a good thing.
Gotcha.
So I'll give it the credit where credit's due. I give it A+, 100%. I'll give you just a rundown of NXT UK because it was actually quite good. The whole thing with Walter and Ija Dragunov was fucking great. Like he just beat the shit out of him after his match. He looks like he's gonna be fighting him for the title soon.
Who up?
Walter.
Walter beat up Dragunov again?
Yeah, there was a 3-way match of Coffee. I'll show you right now. Where is it? The main event was Ija Dragunov defeats Joe Coffey and Rampage Brown in a triple threat for the number one contender. After the match, Walter came in and beat the living shit out of him.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, so that was really good. You had Mark Coffey defeat Shio Samuels. That was an okay match. Stevie Turner versus Laura D'Amato. That was a decent match as well. UK was good. That was just like a A-.
Oh, okay. All right.
So definitely check out when you get a chance. UK been actually doing really good stuff. Then we go to Friday Night SmackDown because AEW was on Saturday. It threw me all off.
Well, I will say,
Oh,
as usual,
yeah. Go ahead.
check out Dark Elevation because it's getting better. Big Show is finding his excuse me, no BS. That's his thing, not mine.
Yeah.
Paul White is actually getting better on the show. But anyway, there was like a few actually really good matches. The number one I would say is Matt Sydal and Jack Evans. It was actually really good.
Okay.
That was the main event actually. So check that out, man.
All right.
Do it.
That's AEW Dark Elevation. You watch any AEW Dark?
No, I did not get to see regular Dark this week. I have to make a choice because there's too many damn shows.
Yeah, I guess so. Right. I don't even try. It's sad.
I'm just saying. If you ever think, because remember, I also this week I tried to alternate
Yeah.
because I had to watch Impact sometimes. So this
Yeah.
week I watched Impact.
I did watch Impact. You know what? That Impact is actually before SmackDown. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I caught the first half. I got up to the
It was
Piazza
good.
versus Susie
That was a good match. I listened. Susan as her. I don't even know. What is she? She's Karen, but named Susan. I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. That is a hell of a character. I look. They have the clip of her saying, "You professional, wrestle me right now." That was hilarious, dude. Just in context, so good. But the
Yeah.
match was good because
Yeah.
she got her ass kicked.
Yeah.
Peraza's a beast. Just saying.
Yeah. What else happened? I don't remember Impact that much.
There's Raheem Raju had a match. I think isn't it for number one contendership? I think they was going for
Yeah, they always.
for X Division.
It's always the same people in the X division.
There was a tag match, TJP followed by this week. I forgot who they fought though.
I'll tell you. I got the results. Yeah, Kira Hogan versus Rosemary.
Yeah, versus Rosemary. That was a pretty good match.
That was good. Deanna Peraza versus Susan. Trey Miguel and Petey Williams versus Raju and Shira.
Roger and Shira. Okay.
That was alright. Yeah, some backstage stuff with we had some Jordan Grace, Rachel Erling and Jordan Grace stuff with Jazz coming back, and
there was a poker game I think that happened.
Yeah,
there was a skit that was actually pretty funny because Rich Swan came in and him and Willie Mack was just chit chatting. And they was like, "Oh, y'all two back together again." He's like, "Hey, man, listen, we just did some things. We ain't never break up." And then he put his feet on the table, and he had these like pimp shoes on. And he's like, "Hey, man, nobody puts their shoes on the table except so and so." And the other guy pulled out his pimp shoes, so he had on crazier pimp shoes. And I was just like, "Oh, that's hilarious." And then they announced that Willie Mack and Swan were gonna have a match against Follow By and TJP.
Okay. Sam Lee with Brian Myers versus Jake Something. Jake Something beats him.
Okay.
I like Brian Myers' character like just in general, but he hasn't been wrestling, so it makes me mad.
Oh yeah, because he's been with the other guys.
Yeah.
Show him how to be professional.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it though. It's actually a fun little thing. You got and then the main event was the World Tag Team Champions, Violent by Design, Rhino and Joe Doring versus Eddie Edwards and Shizushi Kajami.
Oh, Satoshi Kojima.
Yeah. Violent by Design wins with the Revolution Bomb. Decent match show. I'll give it a B+.
Yeah, I give it a B+. It was actually like the matches were actually better than I like pointed them out to be.
Yeah.
But I do have to give credit though. The women's division stay good.
Yep.
Just saying.
They have,
and they let you see them on the main show.
Yes.
Saying.
I'm just saying that's like the second. I'll say they're second or even third. Second, I say, behind NXT. Well, NXT UK because NXT UK use their women very well as well.
Okay.
They're probably some better. I don't know. Anyway, we go into SmackDown. SmackDown kicks off with Bailey, Seth Rollins, and Bianca Belair. Cesaro. They all had promos. Seth Rollins was
That
with
was
Bianca Belair
hilarious.
first, and then Cesaro comes and Bailey comes, and they get into their match as well, which was a fun match. I think the whole segment was fun.
Yeah, the segment had me dying because Bailey just being annoying,
Yeah,
but then using Seth as a shield to jump her.
yeah.
That was fun. Dude, it's pretty funny.
I like her little Cactus Jack, like little outfit.
Oh, I
Bailey.
didn't even notice
It's like the
that.
flannel.
Okay.
And then we get the crown, the creation of Shinsuke Nakamura.
I mean, if that's all you had to do was steal the guy's crown and I guess beat him up, not go through an entire tournament to become the king. Hey, Xavier Woods, you need to go to SmackDown.
Yeah, go fight Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke got a target on his back now.
Yep.
But I liked it. I liked the outfit. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty dope. Big E defeats Apollo Crews, qualified for the Money in the Bank. Really solid match. I think it was actually one of their better matches.
I agree. It is interesting. He does. This is just him being better at kind of like putting some type of emphasis on the impact of his moves and stuff. Like, but Apollo, it seems like the impact is there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when he does move, it doesn't feel like before.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
It doesn't feel like he's throwing you on a pillow.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Carmella was named to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Liv Morgan interrupts that, and Liv Morgan defeats Carmella to get a Money in the Bank spot.
It just seemed contrived, like they just did this for no reason because they wanted them to fight again.
Yeah, like
but whatever.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Yeah, it was good.
It felt lazy.
Yeah, it was lazy, but I thought the match was solid.
I think the promos and stuff are actually like it. The story going on between them, I like more. You know
Okay,
that's right. Like it's fine for them to have a rivalry, but like when you can feel the desperation to have these people continuously fight over and over again because they got nothing better to do.
Yeah,
it's like that sucks.
Yeah, Liv Morgan, Money in the Bank. So Carmella Carmella still has a spot, or did Liv Morgan take it?
No, she's in it. She's in it.
Oh, okay. Because I only see Liv Morgan on the.
They said in the beginning, Sonya Deville said she will not lose her spot.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But Liv had to fight to gain one, so there you go.
Good Liv. I'm going for Liv. I think Liv is gonna be my winner.
I'm trying to think of who's gonna be in the match. Do we have everybody from SmackDown in now?
So right, it's like two women in SmackDown.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You got Bailey still, Sasha still, but she hasn't been on TV for a while. I don't even know who else is in the women's division. Naomi, Natty, and Tamina.
Which I mean, they could be in a match. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like you can't say no, right?
You
can have both. You can have those belts. Like we just went through a year where one of the women's tag champs had the world title. So
yeah. So we'll see. And then our main event was Jimmy Uso defeats Dolph Ziggler, and then that zigzag to the steel steps looked good.
That looked like it hurt like a bum, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you got me with the corner. Ugh.
Yeah, it was a really good match. Roman Reigns comes out, and then we got the return of Edge.
Oh, you don't like it?
Looking all Viking-ish.
Did he just come back off the set?
Yeah. He looked like a Viking. He looked in way better shape, too, and he beat the crap out of Roman Reigns. Good stuff.
Well, he hurt Roman. He murdered Jimmy Uso.
Yes.
Because he sent him through the barricade.
Yep. Really good SmackDown. For the most part, I'll give it a minus.
I give it a solid A. My only real gripe is it was a small one. So you know what? Like I will say, I don't know how to feel about Baron Corbin crying over his crown though. What's up with that?
He did a lot to get that crown, and then they just took it away from him.
But to have him boo-boo face like that,
He did a lot of conniving shit to get that crown. He threw people off of roofs to get that crown. He murdered people to get that crown. He shaved beards off of dudes that had long beards to get that crown.
damn.
I'm forgetting Forgotten Sons.
Damn, man. All right.
I'd be mad too. God damn it. I did all this shit.
Well, he wasn't mad. He looked like he was gonna cry.
He was crying. He was sad.
Like, come on.
It fit his head.
I expected Kayla to have to pull out a handkerchief and give it to him, and he just blows into it.
Right? A big snot.
Yep.
Anyway, AEW did air on Saturday night because NBA kind of fucked up their whole schedule. So, I got to watch it this morning. It was a solid show.
Yeah.
Hangman Page versus Powerhouse Hobbs. It kicked off like right into that match. So, it was a solid match. Again, my big issue, and I told you this before, is that when I see Hangman Page in a match with somebody, I kind of predict he's gonna win, and he always wins the match. So, Team Taz does not win. So, that's my only issue, is the fact that there's there's too much predictability with everything with AEW.
Yeah, I gotta give it up when you mention that, because it's just like you said, when you said Team Taz don't win, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
They really don't, do they?
Yeah.
Unless it's on Dark.
Yeah. And that's the shit that you don't see. That's the shit I don't know.
I will also say, unless it's really Ricky Starks, because like, even Brian Cage, he only has a match every once in a while on the main show. Ricky was the one actually having the match.
Yeah.
He's injured, so yeah, they ain't winning none. Damn.
And then Tully Blanchard and Conan face off. I actually thought this was actually a solid. I enjoyed this. I thought it was a good storytelling thing.
I'm mad. Like, oh, you got. If this was the Conan promo we got back in the '90s, I don't know.
Yeah,
he might have been world champ.
Exactly.
Because that was a hell of a promo. It wasn't just the old school body and rowdy like it used to be.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Dante Martin versus Matt Sydal. I tell you, my only issue with this match is the way it finished. You did a powerful ass Meteora that could have finished the match, but pretty much you just did a page turner, and that's what won the match. Like, I have issues when it comes to that. Some of the spots were a little off. Too much high flying and just not making sense of it, I guess. Other than that, it was okay.
I get you.
Then you had a little thing with Andrade.
That's true. Well, he was before that match and he got slighted.
There you go.
So I guess they had to have a storyline. So his storyline's gonna be with Sydal.
Yep. He's gonna kill him.
You know what? Good on him, because he's really good. So
yeah. Ethan Page versus Bear Bronson. It was nothing. I don't think it was anything special. I think the promo in the end was better than the actual match.
I'm just happy to see. I'm a fan of the Bear guys, so I'm just happy to see him on the show.
Yeah, I like them. Those are Myers guys. Kristen Statlander versus Bunny. Again, a match that
It was alright.
Nothing special. You had a little promo before this match with Britt Baker and Nyla Rose. They are gonna fight sometime soon, because I don't remember when the last time I saw Britt Baker on TV with the title. She had it for 3 weeks. I have not seen it once.
She has been having promos, but where's she at though?
Exactly. And then you have the main event was AEW World Champion Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy. I think this was one of the better matches this week. Great storytelling between both of them. Honestly, I understand the shenanigans, but I feel like this didn't really even need that shenanigan part of the match. I think these two going at it and just having a hell of a match could have just been the end of the show, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. But there's a certain expected element of this character of Omega that I can accept.
Yeah.
So like, you're gonna see the machine gun and Big LG show up, and you're gonna see the Buck show up, but at least it didn't stop the match. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It worked its way into the after the match. So,
Yeah, I was fine with that too.
the match, yeah, like that didn't take anything off of that.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I really like the match. I said before, I'm just saying, sometimes, because it just breaks up the monotony of the stories of wrestling.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I think Jungle Boy should have won.
Yeah. I'm fine with him losing. Like again, he had a strong title match. There was a lot of times that you could have thought that Jungle Boy would have won. So I like the fact that you had the feeling that he could have won this match too.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it is what it is. I'll give it a B plus.
I'll give it a solid B plus as well. So,
Yeah,
for sure.
Again, there's still some structures I wish could be better, but I have to stay my ground, and if I don't like something, I don't like something. Yeah. Let me show me your women's division. I don't even know who's in it.
Yeah. Where you at?
Yeah. A podcast we listen to. I have not been listening to anything, to be honest. It's been off. But I listened to the Being Dan Malkovich one with the New Day. That was actually quite funny.
Yeah, I did get to hear that.
You said After the Bell had.
Adam Cole. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who else I know he had quite a few people on. I missed so many podcasts. I'm so far.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It is what it is. There's a lot.
Chris Van Vliet has Santino Marella's daughter on. She's talking about her WWE tryout and all.
Okay.
Might see her seeing her soon on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
You had Trish Stratus and Lita on oral sessions with Renee Parquette the last week or so.
Oh, nice.
I did not get to listen to them. Always shout outs to the Major Wrestling for your podcast. I have not been listening. Sadly, I got to catch up to a couple of their podcasts. I missed like the last 3 weeks.
Same.
They're just so long. I'm sorry. Y'all be talking for like 3 hours. I can't. Hour and a half max, dude.
Well, don't they? I mean, it is a podcast. You could just not listen to the rest of it.
Yeah.
You could just hit that play button and give them that play.
Yeah. So I'll catch up. I'll definitely listen to it when I'm back at work. What else? Listen to the Peyton Royce and Billy Kay. They have a podcast. Follow them.
Okay.
Give them some love.
Okay.
It's called Off the Chops.
Yes, sir.
I just want to make sure I say it right. Where is it? I just had it. There it goes. Yes. Up on. Where it ends. Yay. Off Her Chops. Yes, that's what it's called. They have 6 episodes up. They actually talk about their release a couple episodes ago, and it was actually really interesting. Their take on what was going on and why they were broken up to get from each other and things like that. Billy Kay talks about her getting steam with her resume character and all that stuff. So definitely it's a good listen. And they're quite funny. Especially Billy Kay is hilarious. I can't wait till she gets her YouTube channel going back on.
Oh, that's what they're gonna do. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
She's a nut. Other than that,
Oh, you know what I realized? I didn't catch this till later, but they all had a birthday thing because her birthday was
Yes.
Sunday but that's what Charlotte's costume was referencing because that was her WrestleMania costume.
Yeah.
Remember the Maleficent?
Yes.
So Charlotte's Hell in a Cell was for her.
Oh, sweet. That was nice.
Because I was like, why is she do? Because remember somebody pointed out that she had the exact same outfit.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And that's like, oh shit, that's Billy Kay's her WrestleMania.
Oh, so it was a tribute to her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's sweet.
Because there's no Maleficent thing out. Remember, the last thing that was out was literally what the polka dot. What's the dogs?
No, she did.
Dalmatians.
She did the Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, so that was 101 Dalmatians
Yeah,
for that movie with the what was it, Emma Stone as
Cruella.
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, Cruella.
Yeah, so yeah, this was not promotion.
Cool. I didn't know that. I didn't hear that. That's nice of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know for a fact Billy Kay was very loved, and Peyton Royce were very loved backstage, and same thing with Ruby Riott. I think Ruby Riott was one of their biggest, the locker room leaders backstage. So it's sad, but it happens. Move on. Hopefully they get their traction back. So one thing I learned is that NXT people only have a 30-day compete clause, and WWE main roster have 90 days.
Okay, cool.
So Tyler Breeze was still under the main roster one, so he has 90 days.
Gotcha.
Other than that,
I don't expect. He's one of the people though. I really don't expect to see him go anywhere, like in wrestling.
yeah,
Like, I think that might be it for him.
I after seeing like the resurgence of him, like after a while, like he wasn't wrestling for a long time, and then all of a sudden he started going in 205 Live and things like that. I saw like a new passion of his wrestling because you actually started seeing him more and more, and he just gotten better. I think we haven't seen the last of Tyler Breeze. If he goes to another federation, I think he's gonna shine. If he gets signed back by WWE, and knowing that he has a lot of potential, that'll be something that WWE should look upon him later on, and re-sign him in that sense. Because he is a great character, and honestly, they really dropped the ball on that character. Like he should have been IC champ a few times. He should have been yeah.
I was gonna say they dropped the ball hard with Breezango when they first got really big.
Yeah, like there was quite a few times that Tyler Breeze got like the ball dropped on Tyler Breeze, and that was like when he first debuted against Ziggler. He should have won the IC title. He was wrestling great matches with Ziggler. He was doing his style, but you shouldn't have not controlled his character. You should have just let him be the character he always was. Because you adding like fucking who was her name? What was her name? Oh, Summer Rae. You added Summer Rae with her and things like that. Like him, he did not need that at all.
Okay. So I never got to watch any. I think I have only seen one match where he had her as a valet.
Yeah, he never needed her as valet. He never needed the valet. He had himself. He did the selfies and stuff like that, and his entrance was fucking unique. No one had it. So there was a lot of things you could have did with it. He could easily been your next Shawn Michaels kind of thing. He had the skills to do it too. So it was sad to see how they used him, because I think he could have been used better. With Breezango it worked. Like they made something out of nothing and made it work. Those files, those fashion files were fucking amazing. I couldn't look forward to each one. That was probably some of the best things on SmackDown they did in a long time. And yeah, they were just really poorly used, and I wish they got more shine. And then Fandango himself, he's a fucking weird dude. Like he's actually really funny. If you just give him the mic and just let him be weird, he I actually remember seeing him as Johnny Curtis when he first started in the original NXT, like when it was still like it was started being a show, but it was still like a competition.
Okay.
And there's a skit with Catalina that she's in Lucha Underground now, and it was him and her, and they suffocate, they kidnap Matt Striker and throw him in like one of those bins, and lock him in there, and then someone was looking for him, and he's like, oh shit. And he was just like, it was a really funny scene. It's just the fact that how weird his character got, and how how he talked and stuff like that. He was very low about it, but he was actually really funny.
I just think from what I saw of him, there was just wasted time.
Yeah.
Like you let the iron cool off when they were the hottest at their peak. Like this, the problem I always have when you talk about like wasted potential is like not when you see the people waste their own potential, is when you see the people who employ them waste their potential.
100%. Like honestly, even the Usos said they should have got the tag titles that day.
Yeah, I can't believe how they pulled that off. That was so
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous and crazy.
Yeah.
And yet they made it so here's the example. Remember when they did the same thing again to freaking Cedric Alexander, and they had to make him a broom closet man
Yeah.
for 2 weeks or something, and he came and kicked Randy Orton in the head or something like that. I
Yeah.
forgot what it was. But they took that something that was so low that could have been so like what are you doing, and turned it into something that's like literally a moment in time that like anybody who saw it is just gonna remember that.
Yeah.
Like they beat up a grandmother in the middle of the ring because he
Yeah.
turned into a grandma. Come on, dude, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Grandma Breeze. What?
Yeah, and they were so over it. If you remember the crowd of that pay-per-view, like listen to that crowd, it was fucking
You know the
great.
other thing we forget too is this is the thing that I again, it sucks that it's like a week before, well, the last pay-per-view cycle before they go back big, right? And then start having the regular shows, right? Because like remember when the crowd used to sing their song? Like,
Yeah.
come on. Man, that's you can't just teach that. That's natural. That's
Yeah.
like Shinsuke.
Yeah.
It's just like that's kind of one of the reasons why wrestling I felt like this past year, and then to see all this bad like the releases happening now,
Yeah.
it kind of sucks because you made them wrestle in what was basically the worst situation where you couldn't get the natural reaction of the people who was done for,
Yeah.
and then you just kick them in the ass because you go, they weren't that entertaining,
Yeah. Like you don't know how you
social
know.
media wasn't on fire.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but bruh, you know, if the fans were sitting in the seats, Shinsuke probably would have been the most popular person, period. Because
100%.
you had to change his music to stop them from singing his song.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. So again, we'll leave off. Hopefully, everyone that got let go finds a niche, finds something to do. We'll try to get some of their links on there, so basically support them. I'm waiting for Tyler Breeze to have a pro wrestling tees. I'll definitely buy a shirt. I got one of their pins. I got one of their Streets of Rage looking pins from the Sweets when they first started doing that.
Okay, cool.
I got one of those pins. I actually really dug it. It has like Baron Corbin, Sean Spears, and Tyler Breeze. But yeah, we want Breezango back. I missed them already.
Do it.
Anyway, we'll wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Follow us. Easiest way to follow us is on Spotify. Red Cycling on Spotify. All our podcasts is on there. We have last week's It Gets Better As Rare podcast. We did our review of Rocketeer, and then we also have the Wrestling Babble from last week, and also the Game of Rage podcast is returned for last week, and we did Sega Genesis, so definitely check that out. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and SoundCloud. All Mark with the mic. I have some Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart playthroughs. The first 3 parts is up on my YouTube and Twitch, so definitely check those out. And follow Wrestling Link.
Yes, sir. Follow Red Cyclonic anywhere and everywhere. Make sure it's Red Cyclonic with the period at the end. That is on YouTube. That is on SoundCloud. That is on Spotify. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. And also, we got a WordPress. So check it out.
Yep. For everything else, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry. He's got those sandwiches.
Did you see the picture?
I saw it.
Like, hey,
That was a half-eaten sandwich.
someone let him.
How dare they?
That just popped me.